Streaming from the All Fiction Studios, this is Tracy Dickson bringing you the Steger Classic Pulp Podcast, brought to you by StegerBooks.com, the purveyors of quality facsimiles and reprints of classic pulp magazines and story anthologies. You can find a promo code for an exclusive discount on StegerBooks.com in this episode's description. Please help us grow our audience by following our shows, telling your friends, and leaving us a comment. We'd appreciate it. Previously on A Nose for News. Daffy Dilll lost his job after a disastrous printing error sparked a costly libel suit. Determined to win his position back with a major scoop, he crossed paths with reckless heiress Clare Gordon, who vowed to stage her own kidnapping and make Daffy the center of the story. But when Clare apparently vanished for real and named him as the go-between in a ransom note, Daffy suddenly found himself the prime suspect in a kidnapping case. When we last saw Daffy, he was headed for a jail cell while police searched for the missing heiress. Chapter 4.
They put me in a cell. The minutes took a hell of a long time to pass. I smoked. I got to smoking so much I used a whole half-pack of cigarettes, and my tongue felt like the Russian army had walked across it with bayonets fixed. I kept sweating, and my hands were trembling. I don't know why, but I felt damned uneasy. At 10 o'clock, Captain Shane came to see me. Did they find her?
Daffy, I hate like hell to do this, but Pemberton Gordon just swore out a warrant for your arrest. You're charged with aiding in the kidnapping of one Clare Gordon, and anything you say from now on can be used against you. They're setting your bail at $25,000.
25 grand? Arrest? Chief, for God's sake, listen. The girl...
She wasn't there. The cabin hadn't been open since Gordon was up at Binnybunk last summer.
I wilted. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Chief. I guess I'm in a jam. Do me a favor, will you?
Sure.
Get me some cigs, please.
Sure, anything else?
Telephone. Telephone the old man. Tell him I want to see him. Captain Shane shook his head.
No need of that, Daffy. The old man's here. He wants to see you.
Can he? Captain Shane shrugged.
Okay, I guess. But only for 5 minutes.
Thanks, I nodded. I felt better somehow. The sweating stopped. The suspense was killed. I knew where I stood. He went away. In a few seconds, the old man puffed up to my cell and stared at me.
Daffy, you old jailbird, when I told you to go scoopy, I didn't say get a life sentence doing it. So, is it a story?
It's a story. But I'm the fall guy. He looked me straight in the eye.
Tell me one thing, Daffy. You're clean on this thing?
I'm clean, Chief.
Good. Then spill it.
I spilled it, the whole damn thing. And he listened, taking in every news angle it had.
It's a Lulu, all right. It'll make us dust off the type we used for the armistice. But you can write it? If I get a machine up here, can you write that yarn? Can you?
He stopped and glanced warily at me.
Wait a second. If you... Hell's bells? The girl wasn't at the main cabin. That means she's really been snatched.
I nodded.
Daffy, do you know who did it?
I've got a good idea. The old man got pale. He paced back and forth a few minutes.
Be right back.
He left. I felt for a cigarette, but I didn't have any. Captain Shane came along and slipped me a pack. I paid him for them. They hadn't taken my belongings yet. Thanks. The old man showed up just at that instant.
You're free, Daffy. I called up Kenrell. He said that with the yarn behind it, the Chronicle was going to post bond for your bail. That's legal. All okay, Captain?
Hell yes. Have you signed the papers?
No, but I will now. Let the boy out.
Not till the bond is posted.
They went off and fixed that business up while I jiggled on pins and needles. Every minute was precious. After an awfully long wait, the turnkey came and let me out. The old man and Shane were waiting for me in Shane's office. Shane gave me a card, just in case other bulls tried to put the bite on me. Judas, I said to the old man. Thanks for everything. I'll never—
Wait a second. You've got to earn that bond. Go out and after them, Daffy, and try to break it right for the noon edition.
Say, does he know the Snatchers?
I don't know a thing. See my lawyer. Okay, I'm on my way. I shook hands with the old man. I mean it, Chief. Thanks.
Get to hell out of here.
I had a gun permit for a .32 Colt, but I never carried the rod. I figured I need it tonight, so I took a cab uptown to my place. There was a cop out front. I didn't want trouble. I went in the back way and upstairs. I found the rod all right, primed and ready to go. I slipped it in my coat pocket and went out the back way. Then I headed for the main stem, crossed it, and went into the hot spot. I called a waiter. Is the brain in?
No.
Rigo? Luke Turk?
Nah, they're all out.
Okay. I went out and turned into the back alley. I knew if any one of the three came, they'd go into the brain's office the back way. I took up a spot in the shadows and waited with my right hand wrapped fondly around my gun. I waited about 15 minutes. It was 10 after 11 by the Paramount clock. I heard footsteps come along the street. I ducked back farther into the shadows. A man turned into the alley. He was all alone. I recognized him. Rigo, with his short-stepped gait. I let the Colt go. I reached in my pocket and took out my penknife and snapped open the blade. Rigo was careful. He took a good look around himself, but it was damn dark where I stood. He missed me. He aimed for the side door of the hotspot, and for 1 second, he turned his back to me. I jumped out of the shadows, threw my left arm around his neck, and jabbed the knife into his back, just enough for him to feel the cold steel. Hello, Rigo. Nice seeing you again. He was breathing hard. Who is it? Daffy Dilll, an old friend. I sneaked my left hand into his shoulder holster and put his gun in my pocket. Don't move, you rat, or I'll give you the length of this blade. He didn't move. What are you after, Dill? Clare Gordon and the boys who snatched her. He shuddered. I could feel it. Wrong alley. I don't know nothing about it. Listen, you crummy little bum. Come clean. I'm not kidding now. The brain engineered this. You overheard the gel say she was going to stage a fake. You were taking it out on her because I got that IOU of her brother's back. That and the fact that I wrote those gambling expose articles, which will blow your business to hell. You needed a new racket, and the brain chose this one. You're crazy. Rigo, where is she? I tell you I don't know. I took the knife and cut him deep across the back of the neck. The blood started running down over his shirt. Rigo, you're going to tell me or I'll cut your head off. Come clean. Where is she? I tell you, I don't know. He was breathing hard from the pain. That pup was scared to death. Want another cut?
Leave me alone. For God's sake, leave me alone. I don't know anything about it, I told you.
I cut him again on the back of the neck, deeper this time. He winced and began to half sob from the pain.
For God's sake, Dill, are you crazy? Leave me alone.
Where is she?
I don't.
I put the edge of the blade across the front of his throat. I tightened it there. Rigo, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm out on bail. I'm charged with Clare Gordon's snatch. If I don't find out from you where she is, I'm due for either a death sentence or a lifer term.
I don't know where she is.
I haven't got much to lose, Rigo. I pressed the knife harder. Your jugular vein is right there. If you don't spill her location in 10 seconds, I'm going to slice your throat wide open and let you bleed to death.
That's murder, Dill.
Sure, but what have I got to lose? Your 10 seconds are up. Here goes. So long, Rigo. I cut him slightly. He half screamed and tried to break away from me. I listened to his shrill words as he got hysterical with terror.
She's at the Brains place. She's at the Brains place.
Take it easy. I eased up on the blade. What do you mean?
The Brains place. Uptown. Ritz Towers. The Brains penthouse.
It's funny how fear will make a guy squeal on his own mother. I kept the knife on him, but just enough for him to feel it. How'd she get there? You snatched her when she was taking off in her plane from Huntington, Long Island.
The brain and Luke Turk engineered the snatch over there. I waited up at Yonkers with a speedboat.
Who piloted?
Cantry. The brain.
What then?
Cantry set the crate down in the Hudson. He had flares.
Was it an amphibian?
Yeah, land and water. We broke the pontoons and let the crate sink. Then we came down the river in the speedboat. I had left the brain's Lincoln by the 57th Street Pier. We tied up the boat and got in the car. We took the Gordon doll up to the brain's place. I came back here to make things look right.
Thanks for the interesting lecture.
Chapter 5.
I took out his rod and cracked him on the skull with it. He went out like a light and sagged to the alley floor. I figured him cold for at least an hour. I ran down the street to a cigar store, stuck a nickel in a telephone, and called Dinah Mason.
Hello?
It's Daffy.
Darling, what's happened to you? The old man got word that you were being held in connection.
Listen, my little rattlesnake. I just put the bite on Rigo. You know Rigo, the brain's right or left hand? I forget which. Anyway, he opened up and squealed beautifully. Now get this, because I'm on my way. Clare Gordon is being held captive at Mike Cantry's penthouse apartment at the Ritz Towers. In case they should bury me before you see me again, tell someone else that pertinent information, and write the story along with my obit.
Check. Be careful, you lunatic. Don't get killed just when I've got you that way about me.
I'm not going to try, but you never can tell. I hung up and hooked a cab for uptown. We made the Ritz Towers and nothing flat. I paid off the driver, 4 bits it was, and I went in. I found out how the brain got Clare up there without suspicion. He had a private elevator to his place. I said I wanted to see him. They made a call upstairs.
The answer is no. Mr. Cantry is seeing no one tonight.
Tell him it's about some gambling articles a fellow once wrote.
He'll see you.
The desk clerk said after relaying the kind words.
Take that elevator.
I took it. It was a non-stop at that time of night, and we went up so fast I felt as though I'd left my stomach on the first floor. I got out. I didn't have any plan. I was just planning on inspiration. There was only 2 of them, I knew that. The brain didn't go in for mobs. I rang the bell. Luke Turk opened the door.
Hello, rat.
I went in. He had a gun in his right hand. With the other, as I passed him, he frisked me. He found my Colt and made me take it out.
Drop it on the floor.
I dropped it. I felt sort of empty. I had counted on that gun for a jam.
Okay, go on in. One funny move and I give it to you.
His voice was cold and low. He meant it. The brain was sitting in the living room. It was a swanky spot, all furnished modernistic, the way the furniture looks when you wake up with the jitters and a bad hangover. He smiled at me in a self-satisfied way. I had a feeling I was in for it.
Come to the point. Never mind the gambling stories stall.
All right. You snatched Clare Gordon. The gel's here. I want her.
You want the moon.
Maybe so, but I want her.
She ain't here.
I laughed nervously. You're stalling now, Cantry. I hopped Rigo in an alley. He squealed.
I know. You cut him with your knife. Sorta nasty trick, wasn't it, Daffy?
I felt icy. So he came to and called you.
Yeah. He's got a tough skull. Sorta nasty, wasn't it?
Not for a rat like Rigo. He had it coming. I don't like snatchers, Brain.
My, he don't like snatchers.
Turk's voice went taut.
Well, I don't like guys with knives, Dill.
He had it coming.
And so have you. Ever had your feet burned with matches? Ever had needles stuck through your skin? We do that with welchers, Daffy. I think we'll stretch a point. Maybe you ain't a welcher, but you was pretty rough on Rigo. And Rigo is a pal of mine, see?
You're running a Sandy. You can't scare me now. Go ahead, torture me, then bump me off. The feds are still after Clare Gordon. They don't miss out on their cases, Brain.
She ain't here.
Sure, she's flew away with a little birdie. Don't kid me. She's in the Ritz Towers somewhere. Rigo squealed once. He'll squeal again.
The feds don't carve guys' throats.
Rigo's okay, but you're not, Daffy. You're washed out. You've poked that big nose of yours into trouble this time.
Into news. A nose for news.
You stuck it into a coffin, only this time the lid's on it and you can't pull out.
I waited for a second and didn't say anything. They had the drop on me coming and going, and there wasn't a thing I could do except bluff and stall a little. I want Clare Gordon.
Nuts. Okay, Chief.
The Brain nodded.
Okay, Luke, give it to him. And make it hurt.
Luke Turk jabbed his gun in my ribs.
Get over to that sofa and lie down.
I started for the sofa. Simultaneously, there was a hell of a racket in the streets below. We were up some 16 floors, but we could hear the police sirens as plain as day. They were screaming, and I could hear the cars grinding up to the curb. The gun in my ribs loosened. Luke Turk tensed and turned.
Chief! Bulls! This lug must have tipped them off.
Take it easy. Maybe they're not for us.
Oh, they are for you. I tipped them.
Chief, what'll we do with him?
Take him along. You take him down where the doll is. I'll stay here and parley with the cops.
Now was the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. I spun around, swinging with my right. It was a good swing, but I hit without a target, since Luke Turk and his rod were behind me. I heard the Brain yell.
Look out!
I missed Turk's chin and hit him on the left shoulder.
Chapter 6.
The punch hurt my fist. It hit solidly. Luke Turk went down, but I had fired the arm so hard I fell right on top of him. I hit him again as we sprawled. This time I caught him on the beak. It spouted blood. He tried to bring his gun hand up. The Brain yelled again. Then there was a shot. The bullet went over my back with an angry whine. If you don't think slugs make noise, you want to get that close to one of them. I shot out my foot and smashed it down on Luke Turk's hand. Turk yelled with pain, and his fingers shot open. The gun dropped to the rug. Another shot from the Brain. The rug in front of Turk's head jumped as the slug dug into the floor.
For God's sake, Chief, go easy.
I dove for the gun Turk had dropped, keeping low and not giving a damn whether the Brain hit me or not. I got into the spirit of the thing. I reached the gun and picked it up. I wheeled on my belly, firing twice. The slugs never went near the Brain, but they scared him. He let go another wild shot at me that missed by feet and then tore out of the room into the hall. I could hear the front door slam. Luke Turk was struggling to his feet. On my knees, I covered him with the gun. He was reaching into his coat pocket. Cut it! He must have figured that I was bluffing. He kept right on into his pocket. I saw his hand come out. He had the .32 pistol in it, the rod he had taken from me in the entrance hall when he frisked me. Cut it! He raised it for a shot. I yanked the trigger of his own gun. It jumped in my hand. It made an awful racket. He fell over backwards, as though I had hit him with a sledgehammer. The .32 flew up into the air and smacked a picture on the wall, knocking the glass pane to bits. I got to my feet and looked at him. There was a hole in his right lung. His chest was bleeding. He was conscious, his eyes were open, and his lips kept moving as though he were trying to say something. Nothing came out. He'd live. Sawbones can fix up wounds like that one. I stepped over him and started for the entrance hall. At the same time, the front door burst open. I turned around and ran for the bedroom, the gun still in my hand. The window there was open. I shut the window after me and started down the fire escape. I knew if the police caught me there with Luke Turk wounded and no Clare Gordon to show for it, I would be in a worse jam than ever. I had to get the Brain and the gel. I went down 2 floors on the fire escape when I heard the window of the Brain's bedroom open. I hugged the wall of the building and stopped moving. Then I heard him say, "No one down there," and he closed the window again. It was Captain Shane. I took a breather and wondered what in hell to do. I was marooned on the fire escape. The only chance I had of getting off it and trailing the brain was by going through a window into an apartment and then out into the hall and down, dodging cops all the way. It was a small chance, but the only one. And it wouldn't do to have Luke's gun on me. Glancing down into the street, I saw it was pretty deserted. This was the side of the hotel, not the front where the cops were. I heaved the gun out and away. I could hear it hit just dully. I tried the window in front of me. It was locked. Swearing softly, I went down another flight of the fire escape and tried the next one. It was unlocked. I opened it softly. The shade was down. It was dark green. I pushed it aside and stepped into the room. The lights were out. It was dark as hell. I stood there for a few seconds, trying to adjust my eyes. There wasn't a sound in the room, but in the one adjoining, I could hear someone walking around. I started across the room. A floorboard creaked. I stopped, stiffened. Suddenly, I gasped. The bed in the room was squealing loudly as someone moved on the springs. "Take it easy. I'm a friend. I won't hurt you." I felt like a fool, but what else was there to say under circumstances like that? The bed squeaked more and more. Someone was bouncing up and down on it. I had a hunch. I walked over to it and struck a match. Just like I thought. There lay Clare Gordon. She was bound with thick adhesive tape both on her ankles and her arms. Her hands were spread out flat against each other and taped. There was a wad of tape across her mouth. 2 ropes stretched across her body and under the bed prevented her from rolling off. She looked at me pleadingly. The match went out. I lighted another and went to work on the tape over her mouth, motioning her to keep quiet when she could speak. I pulled off the tape. They had stuck a lemon in her mouth. I took it out. The first thing she said was,
"Judas Priest, I'm nearly dead."
"Shh." I took off the rest of the tape and she sat up. She had to rub her legs to bring back the circulation. "Well, you sure did it."
"Thank you, my friend."
She grinned. She had what it takes. You couldn't keep her down.
"They jumped me. They must have overheard me at the hot spot yesterday. Just when I was taking off, they jumped me and flew off with me in the plane. Landed the plane in some river. Then a speedboat. Finally a car. Then here."
"Were you upstairs first?"
"Uh-huh. But somebody named Rigo telephoned, and that oyster, Luke Turk, took me down here for safety. Thanks for saving me. It was good fun while it lasted, but I was getting stiff. How's your job? Get it back yet?"
"Listen, hairbrain, you're not saved yet. In the next room, there's Mug with a gun, and he's just aching to kill me."
"What are you going to do then?"
I shrugged ruefully. "I don't know. I haven't a rod. Damn it." I sat down on the bed a second. "Guess we'd better go up by the fire escape. The cops are up there."
"That's safe and sound, only you sound disappointed."
"I am. I'd like to get the brain myself. It'd make a better news story for the Chronicle."
"Then get him. Pick up a chair or something. Get behind the door. I'll yell help or something. He'll come in."
Wahoo, that's an idea. Picking up a brass candlestick from the mantel, I went over behind the door. "Let go in your best soprano, but make it muffled, like your gag has worked off."
"Help! Help! Save me!"
Next door, there was a strident curse. Heavy footsteps pounded across the floor. The door flew open. "Shut your mouth, damn you, or I'll cook you right now." Clare had nerve.
"Help! Help!"
He came in. There was a gun in his hand. The light from the other room fell square on his head. It was all I needed. I brought the candlestick down with a swish. He half turned, firing his gun just once. Then he flopped over cold, and pieces of plaster from the ceiling caromed onto my hat. I snapped on the lights.
"My hero."
She grinned. My God, what a night. I paused, a brilliant thought pervading my struggling mind. Listen, heiress, your old man had me arrested. Now I saved your brother $5,000, didn't I?
You did.
Do you think then your old man would have any objections to a $5,000 payoff out of court?
Out of court?
Sure, instead of defending himself against my suit for false arrest.
Why, Daffy Dilll. It's a Lulu. It'll do my heart good to see him sign your check.
The door was being knocked down. I let them knock it. I was too tired, and cops have nervous trigger fingers anyway. In a few seconds, Captain Shane, the 2 feds, and half the police force came in. There's your package. And here's the wrapper-upper. Captain Shane grinned.
That cleans you, Daffy. Thanks. Your better half called me up after your tip-off.
Did you hear the shot in here?
Yeah, that's what brought us in.
Where's a telephone?
Wait a second. What in hell happened? Spill it.
See the patient.
How about it, Miss Gordon?
You can read the exclusive story in tomorrow's edition of the Chronicle.
Listen here.
Hello, Dinah, I said in the telephone.
Howdy, my cherub. All serene and sound?
Not serene, but quite sound.
Good. So what?
Get out the cold cuts and the beer and potato salad. Daffy's on his way up to see you.
That concludes the AI Repertory Theater's production of A Nose for News, presented by StegerBooks.com. Join us next time for The Ghost Wore Boots, from the typewriter of Daffy Dilll. And please remember to help us grow our audience by following our shows, leaving us a comment, and telling your friends. Thanks for listening.